Welcome everyone to the Art of Charting show. Today again, I'm here with another ICT trader. Futures don't lie. A great trader I look up to, and I came across this guy recently after joining the mentorship, and we had a lot of talk about markets, psychology, refinement of the trading plan, and I wish you will enjoy this presentation and look up to what he is about to show us. So, how are you, LT?
Thank you. Don't show me indicators for the intro there, man. Yeah, so that's exactly it. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to SG for providing all that beautiful sauce last session. A lot of eye-opening tips there. Today's focus is kind of going to be more around refining our trading plans and psychology and basically just the development and how to journal properly. You know, at the very end, I'm going to go into the analysis or just the previous week that we had with the NFP week. So the technical side of the presentation should be towards the end. So without further ado, look within the development of an ICT trader. I just have to start off with the full disclosure. Of course, today I won't be going over my experiences under ICT, and that I will not be discussing his strategies or concepts. And if by accident I use any of his verbiage, I will do my best to make sure to use full transparency to give him credit for his works.
I am
What's
unable
up?
to see the presentation. Everyone is able to see?
Yes, I can see him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Are we good to go?
Yeah. Good to go.
Okay. Yeah, so I just want to get the disclosure out. Move on from that. I'm not here to retouch or resell, just here to build community and just talk about their development experience. All right, so without further ado, futures don't lie. And who am I? I'm here just trying to give you guys a little bit of background information. I'm going to basically show you where I started from and how futures don't lie was created. I've been trading for almost about 2 years. Still pretty new to the game, I would say. What's up? Can you please mute your mics? And yes, everyone, if you have questions, just throw it in the chat. I can see the chat box. So yeah, as we're going, feel free to throw it in there. I'll try to answer the Q&A as we're going. So yeah, so 671 days. It's almost 2 years. It's been an amazing journey. I've gone through many different hoops to get to where I am today. I have learned harmonics. This was basically where I started, with no idea what the heck a liquidity was or anything. I was just focusing on, harmonics, bat patterns, support resistance, and all that crap. Yeah. And then, I had some success, but not the kind of, every time something would lose, I would try to figure out what was going on. So I went on to the next thing. 4 EMA strategies with traps. This was the first time I even had an idea of what a trap was, or what an accumulation is, or retail support, and those types of concepts. So I spent some time here. Here I had some better success, but still the same problem always arose. Spent some time with some models. These models are actually based off accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. But I even spent some time to look at these. And basically, no matter what strategies I learned, when a pattern would fail, I'd always ask myself, why the hell did that just happen? Why was it my ratio off? Was, something it was just, I never really had a full understanding of the picture of what was happening behind the scenes. I always kept asking myself, why? This just didn't make sense. The pattern was right, so why didn't it work? And then it happened. Somewhere along the lines of my journey, I ran into somebody, and they mentioned this guy named Inner Circle Trader, and at the time he sounded like some mythical creature, right? And so I started digging in there, and I joined the mentorship, and the rest was history. So from there, basically, I spent the first couple months just absorbing the content, trading demo, stuck to demo for months and months and months and months. But then around month 6 or so, I started hearing these things about futures, because I was wondering what it was. ICT would talk about futures, and I was kind of just curious. And naturally, I'm a curious guy. I like to learn things. So I wanted to learn more about this futures market. And I reached out to somebody, and I ended up trading live futures markets 5 days a week during New York close for about 3 months. And this is what that looks like, everybody. Now, I know this looks crazy, and I'm only showing it to you guys just to give you some perspective of where I came from. And what you're basically seeing here is literally candlesticks. These are all candlesticks. And I'm just going to give you guys a very basic explanation of this. So here we go. We got our double bottom, equal low. Price rises up, comes back down, takes out the equal lows into an inefficiency, gets hit by institutional orders, which thank God for ICT. But the thing is, with the futures market, you can actually see the institutions. You can see the firms. All this stuff right here on the side is everybody's orders. Yep. Believe it or not, I mean, this stuff gets me so excited. But like you can see, like up here at the 3310 big figure level over here, we got this big white bar. This is everybody's sell limits in the market. You can see everybody's limits in the market and everything. So this is literally candlestick. So like every big red circle, the bigger the circle, the more sell orders in that one spot. So you're seeing here is a bunch of trap sellers. See right here, look, big red circle. If you look to the right, 2,000 orders. 2,000 people are selling at this level. But what do you think is going to happen, guys? Skyrocket. So after learning this stuff, I basically had this epiphany moment where I was like, wow, ICT straight up teaches this stuff, but we don't even know what he's really seeing, right? We're trying to conceptualize and understand all this stuff, what's happening behind the scenes. But through doing that, I was able to understand buy stops, sell stops, order limits, and I was able to see where everybody was placing their orders. It only strengthened my understanding of price action and liquidity. So after about 3 months of that, I was like, all right, time to go back to the ICT, and I'm coming back even harder and stronger. And basically, ever since that was basically how Futures Don't Lie was born. And then I started when I came back into the ICT full force. I decided to take my own advice, which was to do the journaling. Believe it or not, the journaling was one of the most game-changing things I've ever experienced in my almost 2 years of trading. I know it sucks and it's not fun, but it's truly necessary to develop your mindset as a trader, or else you're just going to keep repeating the same mistakes. What I'm about to present to you guys is a 12-step process to journal. I did want to give credit to my mentor, ICT. He basically taught me how to journal correctly. And through those teachings, I took it into my own notes and steps and put it into work, basically. And I'm about to share that with you guys. So step 1. And by the way, everybody, if you have any questions about the steps I'm about to go through here, please drop a question in the chat. Hello? Sorry, someone's mic. And someone's taking their shirt off. All right, well, step 1, keep a journal and add it to your charts. Pretty obvious. Step 2, when writing, don't say ICT told me this, ICT that, ICT predicted this. Just don't do this. We're trying to reprogram our minds and our subconscious to think like we're the masters. Step 3, we want to make sure we're using language like I've seen these things happen myself. We want to basically just keep reinforcing that we're the original master creators of our strategy and of our trade. Step 4, by giving myself false memories, I'm forcing experience into my subconscious that we really don't have or didn't do. This literally just speeds up the learning process. And that's what I meant in the very beginning by like, once I started doing this journaling thing, man, did things start clicking. Oops, looks like I missed up five. Typo there, guys. Make sure you journal at the end of your day. Make sure you spend an hour at the end of the week to refer back to your journal, usually when during the weekend when the markets are closed, and you want to annotate and study this. Just make sure that, you know, because I'm a big guy about work-life balance. It's the reason why I put an hour a week here. I don't want everybody just like locking themselves inside like I did this weekend. Make sure you guys are, you know, taking care of your mental health, because, you know, that's literally the make or break point for any trader. Step 8, do this for 30 days and you will see the fruits of your hard work. And this is what I like to call the 30-day journal challenge. The reason why I call it a challenge, because when I was approaching this thing, I was approaching journaling like this monster where I had to do it every single day, and, you know, it just sounded like a chore, you know. So I shift my perspective into seeing it as more of like a challenge. So I was like, you know, let's just do this thing as a challenge. 30 days in a row, every single day, we're going to go hard on this journal. We're going to do everything we can during this period. Let's see what happens. So I did it for 30 days straight, and man, that's literally when everything starts clicking. I'm going to keep telling you guys that. This is literally to reprogram yourself like a computer. Because that's what's happening with our brains are receiving things and interpreting the data. So if you're giving good data to your brain, then it's going to create positive neurons and those types of things in your brain, which eventually you'll mold your mindset into the trader you want to be. And that's the biggest reason why this thing takes forever, because no person, usually it's very rare, but nobody's born as a perfect psychological trader. That's just like, it doesn't happen. It's very rare. If you are one of those people, then you're very, very lucky. But this is a great way to just increase your awareness. And by that, I mean, like, let's say you're in a trade and maybe you revenge trade too much. And when you're in that moment, you're just sucked up in your emotions. You just keep repeating the same mistake. Well, by journaling and then by doing all these steps, you're going to catch that the next time you're in that state of mind. You're going to be like, oh, I always remember that, like, I get angry and I revenge trade and I lose my money. This is why I do it. And you're going to catch yourself and you're going to stop. And literally these small little tweaks just change everything. Like, it's insane. Step 10, always paraphrase in your own words, in your own internal voice. Step 11, never put negative things in your chart. Example, I'm an idiot for missing this. You know, I'm a dumbass. Why didn't I see this equal high over here? Whatever. Don't do that, because you know, you come back at the end of the week and you're reading through your trading week. Yeah, you're just going to be feeding yourself that negativity, and you don't want to do that. Exactly. Positive vibes only. Step 12. Basically, as someone from mentioned, ICT is always telling us when things are going to form. He's not exactly telling us like enter here, enter there. He's painting a picture for us, and we have to go and find it. We have to go and find the art within the chaos. So, you know, he points, we shoot, we go into the charts, annotate, and over time, you basically condition your minds. But the thing is, if you're at the bottom there, if you don't do this, you're literally wasting your time and you're wasting your money. And I could say that confidently because I didn't start doing this journaling thing until a year and a half in, maybe like even further than that. And like a click, things just kept clicking. And then, yeah, so if anybody's any questions about the journaling stuff, please let me know. The next thing is about sim data analysis. This is about trading plan refinements and just basically going into the lab and producing a profitable strategy with the things that you know. Basically, I gave a very simple instruction sheet right here on what to do. The objective is just go day by day, looking for your setup with the rules that you have. Every trade setup you see with the rules met should win. If it doesn't, then you will want to add a rule or delete a rule. The process continues to perfection, and the aim is to just keep doing this until you get a bunch of wins in a row. And some of the softwares I use is Forex Tester 4 and Soft4FX. These tools provide valuable statistics for testing. I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is from, you'll see the processes of the days and your trades, the amount of trades, the win rates, the profits, and everything. You can use this information to just understand your strategy better, if it's profitable or not. And then you can also record the history of all the trades you took. Me, I was getting ready for the FTMO challenge, so I was working with the $50,000 accounts. So that's what I was doing here. Another tool I just wanted to provide, this is just something for you guys. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'm going to send a link at the end of the call with all these things. But this is a compound calculator where you can input your own risk models, and you can basically create your own strategy for growing your account. I just provided 4 example risk models for you guys here. One model, we got 1% risk, target risk reward 1 to 4. You see what happens here after 30 trades. Risk model 2, with 2%, going for 1 to 5 is 10% a trade. See what happens here, and you can just keep doing this until you find something that suits your psychology, or maybe you want to do a challenge, or whatever it is, you can find it in here. Risk 4, 10% risk, and now the part that everybody has been waiting for is the analysis of the week. So let me pull that up. All right, no problem. 1 second here, guys.
Feds are here.
What's that? All right, so did anybody have any questions so far? No, not anymore, Data, because it's just, you could refer to the futures through TradingView if you wanted, but I don't refer to the heat map anymore. Sorry, let me go ahead and close my door. I journal on paper. So I'll share this link with you guys at the end of the video. There's I base it off what ICT shared with us on his YouTube channel. I have a kind of wrote down a template for journaling on paper. I have the right side of my notebook is kind of like my technical side of my journaling, where I talk about the charts, the price levels I was watching, kind of like price levels I was expecting reactions at, kind of trying to create filters. And then on the left side of the book, I do my personal reflections, where I talk about, my wellness, my health and wellness goals, maybe just personal reflections, and that sort of thing. So right side technical, left side psychological, and that's just per day kind of thing. Let's see, Corpus Forte asked, I want to start with the fivers. Do you know anyone knows how legit they are? The fivers. I'm not familiar with the fivers. What is that? All right, well, I'm going to keep continuing. Let me know what those fivers are. All right, guys. So with the Euro USD analysis of the week during NFP, I'm basically going to go over some concepts here. Again, if I say anything that's from ICT, I'm going to do my best to not do that. But here we go. Without further ado. All right, so this is an overview of my trading week. You'll see that I didn't take any trades on Sunday, which is part of my plan. And you'll see that, I took a long here, stop got hit here, stop got hit here, and then I took a sell on Thursday and didn't do anything else from there on. Just a little more price action watching. What I'm going to do now is just start from Sunday, and I'm going to explain my trades all the way through till the end of the week. Okay, cool. No, I'm not familiar with them, but I know prop firms is a pretty popular thing. They pop up and some get closed down. So I would assume they're good, but don't take my word for it because I haven't seen it. But anyways, all right. So we have the start of the week here. And let me give you guys a little bit of insight on what you're seeing here. I use an indicator mainly just to put the structure into my trading. You'll see that I have an indicator, it's the ICT kill zones, and I basically just use it to see it's literally that, where I am in the market. Is it London? Is it Asia? So you'll see here the white is Asia range. The blue is London. The light black is New York open kill zone. And the dark black is London close. And then you'll see these white bars. These are just the 12 a.m. true day open. And I just use these to see where I am in the week. It makes it easier on my eyes and a little more efficient. So that's what's going on there. What you're seeing here on these red lines is a high time frame inefficiency. That one is located on the daily time frame. You'll see right here, I drew one out. Looks like this one was all the way back in July, but price eventually made its way down there and respected it. So that was a good confluence for me looking for longs for the week. Then we had on Friday, Thursday, Friday, we had some equal highs form. So the way I do it is with these eyeballs that I have, if I'm looking for liquidity, I just leave it open. And then once price trades into it, I just close it out like that. And then, so that means when you see a crossed out eye, it means that the liquidity was taken there. Let me see, prop turn. Okay, offer 10K for evaluation, then they offer 40K and keeps doubling until. Okay, yeah, I've seen that model from a couple other prop trading companies. I mean, yeah, give it a shot. Why not, right? Oh, I know. The inefficiencies are like one of my favorite things, man. All right, so on Monday, we wake up, we look back at London to see what happened. We already have our daily inefficiencies. We have our target areas that we're looking for longing. New York open happens. Let's go down a little time frame here. All right, so we have accumulation along the daily inefficiency. When price accumulates, market is building orders on both sides of the market, kind of acting like it's charging up to just explode, like it's building up pressure, like a steaming pot or something. Eventually, London happens, accumulates a little more, and then the end of London, it explodes forwards, manipulates out, comes back down into New York. But look what happened in New York. It comes up, hits an ICT order block area, sells down. But when it sells down, what do you think's up here? More orders. So this acted as a great confluence for me to look for a long into this area. Plus this manipulation, or the accumulation and the manipulation out of it. This tells me it could be the bottom of like a market maker buy model, which ICT teaches about in his YouTube series. But you'll see right here, I use the OTE. Now it doesn't always have to go to the 75, but we got a nice price impulse leg down to the 62. And it went to a ICT order block as well. And we just took the trade into the long. You don't always have to take the trades right off the bat. You basically have this whole area to take the trade if you wanted. Do you always use body to body fibs? No. It depends on if I'm on a high time frame or a low time frame. So because if you go on a high time frame, I'll just explain to you why. It's kind of the concept behind it. Like this wick on a daily has so much information in it. Oh, I'm sorry, Samuel. Just catch you missed a lot of the psychological development stuff, but yeah, just rewatch the recording, man. Just some big gems dropped there in your development. But anyways, but for the reason why I use the bodies on the low time frame is because of this right here. This wick on the daily is, let's see how many pips that is. It's 43 pips in one wick. So if I was going to use the fib on the high time frame, I would do wick to wick usually. But if I was going to go when I come down here, I usually do the body. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. So yeah, so I took the trade and that was it. Now the psychology comes into it. You got to let the deal play out, right? So you just hold it, manage the trade, watch the price action. You know, whatever your style is. If you're a swing trader, just turn off your computer and walk away. If you're a scalper, watch the price action and read it, whatever it is. But you just got to let it hit the TP, right? So once price broke above my area, I took partials and I minimized my risk. So that was my Monday trading. Now following up, let me delete. I'm just going to delete this, guys, because I want it to be clear for you. I just wanted you to see the week as like an overview. So I'll delete that entry there. All right, so going into Tuesday. All right, Tuesday was an interesting week. Tuesday I took, I had a good trade and I had a loss as well. The thing about Tuesday is I took my second entry, I pyramided an order. I took my second entry based off an OTE on New York Open as well. Again, because I was looking for long still. Like, see, I had my bias set from Sunday. So I was looking for longs for the majority of the week. Zachary asked, once it took those stops, where did you raise your stop loss to? Okay, good question. I basically just like 50%. Minimized by 50%. That's basically what I did. You know, I either minimize my risk by 50% or I just moved to break even, depending on how far. Because you know our capital is our lifeline, and if we lose our money, we lose the ability to trade. So why not just move it to BE and live to trade another day? So yeah, back to the entry over here. I did the OTE on the previous swing low to swing high. Didn't quite get it, right? Well, I mean, we got the 62 wick, which is great. We also had a nice low time frame inefficiency. It's off so you can see it better. Right here with an ICT order block. So I pyramided. I took a second order here. I was still holding my order from Monday. Once price reached this level here, because in all honesty, guys, I was aiming for these highs over here. I just didn't mark it down, but I was aiming for these highs right there. I wanted to see that happen. But beneath these highs, we had a weekly bearish ICT order block. So I had that notated as well. So basically, once price hit this area and I saw this accumulation happening, I was like, okay, this isn't a good sign. I'm going to close my trade. So I closed my Tuesday and Monday trade for, I was like a little over 100 pips or so. And then, whoops, see here. And then I also took a second entry as well in all of that chaos. Let's see, once took this. Jack Wilson asked, how many trades do you take a week made on average? This is it right here. Let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 4 to 6. Yeah, 4 to 6, I'd say. I will share kill zone settings after the call. But here, let me, yeah, I'll just share with you guys in the group after the call. Let's see, when you mark up your charts, Julie asks, when you mark up your charts, do you wait till Monday market is over? I'm asking specifically at the end of Monday because I know people don't trade Sundays or Mondays. You know, I'm kind of different when it comes to marking up my charts. I like to mark up my charts literally on the Monday of. Like I wake up early and I see what happened during Sunday, and that's when I mark up my charts. I trade EU, GU, EU and GU. That's about it. 2 pairs. I actually really like NASDAQ, so it fits really well with my strategy. I've been watching it for the past week or two, so I'm gonna start moving into the indices. And I also really do like gold. Java asks, what % would say we can expect trading ICT sub per month? You know, that question is really just straight up relative to the trader themselves. And a lot of other variables, like how much risk you can take, how much money, how much capital you have, how you're just like there's a lot of things in there, but literally the sky is the limit in this industry, and that's one of the things I love about it, Java. Okay, to a new trader, you want to keep your expectations very low. To a new trader, you want to maybe aim for like, I don't know, 6% a week. Yeah, if you break even, it's great, absolutely. What do you say my win rate? So my win rate is actually around 50%. And I have no problem saying that because as you guys saw, I'm just going to refer back to this example here on this from the sim data. You'll see here, look, my win rate was about 50%, but my profit was almost 100% of a $50,000 account. The reason why this is really important to understand is because you want your winners to finance your losses. A big thing that I struggled with when I was a beginner trader is basically holding my trades to TP. The reason why this is a very critical thing is you end up being stuck in like a break-even cycle. You take your good trade and you get back out of that hole and you're back to break even and you're awesome, yeah. But then you close your trade and the price keeps moving in your direction, right? Well, now you're like, well, I can't enter because my plan won't let me. So you wait till the next day. The next day comes around and you're like, all right, I'm just taking another trade. You take your trade, you lose. All right, yesterday's profit's gone. You take another trade, lose again. Now you're even more in the hole again. And then you're just stuck in this cycle. How did I break that circle? Journaling, Jacob, straight up journaling. Journaling told me that I just need to hold my fucking trades. I'm not even kidding you. So it's just it's different for everybody because everyone's mind's different, but you learn so much about yourself from that process. All right, so back to the charts. So yeah, this loss right here. So this loss right here. I just took 2 good trades in the week, and this met my plan because, like I said, I was aiming for these highs. So I wanted to see price keep going, so I entered again. But I didn't enter off nothing. I had to make sure I had some rules in place. So again, I entered off another OTE entry right there, and you'll see what happened is that price came all the way back around, took me out at the end of, or I think this is London. Let me see. Yeah, took me out. London session took me out, and that was that. Wish I had a screenshot of a journal. Wish you had a screenshot of a journal page with the personal stuff blurred out. Okay, I can give that to you guys. I'll send it in the group. Not a problem. I'm going to send you guys the video as well that I used to do that kind of journaling. So you can basically just watch the man himself, ICT, teach you and give you exactly. Maybe you'll get some other nuggets out of there than that I found. Is ICT lessons noted in your journal? No, it's not. What targets did you have to do on FTMO to get funded? Okay, for the FTMO, I think if my memory is correct, I think it was I need to do like 10% profit target, I believe is what it was. And the max loss was about 5%. You found it aggressive or okay to do? I found it okay to do. The thing about FTMO, it's structured to force you to be disciplined. If you want to pass FTMO, you have to be disciplined. It's the only way. Honestly, doing the FTMO challenge increased my discipline because I had to stay within those parameters. So, it's good practice. Let's see, we're using the order block as your stop loss there. Let me see, are you talking about Tuesday's trading or this guy right here, Wednesday? Data. Let's see, do you use the open, close, low, high candles? Okay. Yes. My OB, I was actually using just this previous low. Exactly. I was just using this low right here. You had exactly it. Let me see the 0. of the Fibbo is a good target potential. You want to target into liquidity, Xanon. Make sure the fib isn't the holy grail. It's the understanding that's the holy grail. So when you're looking for your TPs, look for the liquidity areas. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving with the week's analysis, and then I'm gonna jump back into the chat to answer some Q&A. Okay, guys? All right, so Wednesday, we basically had honestly a beautiful trade. At the end of, let's see, this is from Thursday. London, we trade downwards. And then the New York Open, it looks like we got some accumulation going on. See, I got swayed on this one. I believe it was on the 5-minute time frame. But you'll see that this little yellow line is actually OTE. And you'll see that I entered thinking that this was the sweep, the purge, as Stockgod calls it. And I thought that we were good to go with this. But you'll see in reality, so if you look to the low here, that was created after London. And then you look to the low here, that was created yesterday. What is this? Beautiful sell side liquidity. So it didn't make sense for me to enter this long yet, right? Lessons, right? No losses, only lessons, guys. Always keep that mindset when you're trading. So that was a loss there. But the cool thing is, after this impulse leg, it created a nice equal high right here for us to target into for the next day.
Hey, before you move on, could you just drop into the 5-minute time frame?
Sure.
Damn, there's my setup. All right, cool. Yeah, just like
Beautiful.
I thought. All right, thanks, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, this is a classic, AMD manipulation distribution. Watch the Phyrexis series if you have not gotten that too yet, guys. It's beautiful, beautiful lessons in there, and the market just does it all the time, guys. But yeah, with this one, I was a little bit early, got swept, but I still continue to watch. That's kind of the main thing. You want to, even though you lose, you want to still be learning. So it's called the Phyrexis series. Yes, Phyrexis. If you go to the ICT's YouTube channel or just Google it, or not Google it, YouTube search it, it'll pop up.
It's been changed to Market Maker Primer series. Like he renamed it.
Well, that's why I couldn't find it. I just been YouTubing Phyrexis and finding that.
Okay. No worries.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, so I got my stop got hit here, came back down. The end of London, or end of New York. Accumulation into, are you mainly a BMS SMS trader? Breaking market structure. Excuse me, I'm not familiar with SMS. So, or maybe I am. What's SMS stand for?
Shift in market structure.
Yeah, a shift in market structure. No, I don't really. I guess so. I don't annotate it as SMS, right? So, yeah. Okay, Corpus Force Day. When you have equal highs / lows, ICT teaches low resistance, high resistance liquidity runs. Do you take those into consideration? To what degree? I'm not sure if that was mentorship material or free. Does he talk about the stuff in free?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I cannot answer that one. I gotta keep it to. I gotta stay within the NDA that I signed here in the disclosures. I'm sorry. All right, so, but yeah, so you'll see here on the Wednesday. All right, Thursday comes along. Let's go back to the 15-minute. Deleting this one. All right, so I wake up around New York Open. So I'm usually sleeping in between. I'm sleeping for London, and I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day to catch the New York trades. So I wake up and I noticed that in London, an equal high was formed right here. And then I look to the left of the equal high, and what do I find? Well, the weekly ICT order block that I charted on, I think, Sunday or Monday. But you'll see here, I'll show it to you guys. I took the candle with the most volume, and there it is. I used the wick, dropped it right there. And if you go back down the 15-minute, there it is. It's so I took my sells there. You know, I didn't even look for this, but I'm gonna do it right now. Let's see if it's let's see if it's OTE just for our sake. With this previous swing high, nah, it's kind of looking like it wouldn't be the right swing high to use, but it is still a swing high, and I don't think it would be a nice OT entry. So let's try that previous swing high up here, because you can also use the ranges. Oops. Yeah, so yeah, we didn't really get clear OT on a high time frame. But the reason why I entered this one was more of like an ICT turtle soup. So I entered that, target equal lows, TP1. It whipped into it just a little bit. And then it came back around. I had 2 orders here, so I closed one of them at TP1, and I just left the other one at break even running. So then you'll see here it came back up. I marked this inefficiency level. I wanted to see price react to the inefficiency level in a specific way. I did it, so I just held it. If price didn't do what I was expecting, I would have closed my second order up here and called it a day. And that was basically it. Like I don't take new trades on NFP. I just hold from earlier in the week. If I'm not holding anything from earlier in the week, then I just don't. I'll trade it on demo or paper trade it. And that's about it. That was the trading week. Let me take a look into the chat now. Okay, yeah, Pacific time. Tell me about it. I think I want to about 20 days. There's fair value. It's possible, but we'll never know until market opens. And we don't predict. We only react. So you do your markups and you watch to see what happens. Can you perform top down at last? And what you are looking at, you know, to be honest, don't show me your indicators. Oh, you want me to just do like a fresh top down analysis for the week, or what are you asking there? Or do you want to do a hindsight? Is that cool? Because
No, like what are you thinking for the next week?
oh man, see that's where I'm different than I think a lot of traders, because I literally open up the charts Monday morning and find out. So yeah.
Most of the times you are like only trading New York Open, right?
Exactly. I only trade New York Open. Nah, New York Open to London close. Yeah. With the top down stuff, I do it in the morning before New York Open on Monday. Let's see. Since you use paper journals, do you draw your charts by hand? Excess shear with the paper journals, man, or I'm sorry, I guess I have to be careful with that, but with the exo shear, with the paper journals, I do a simple hand drawn of the charts, like very simple. And I'll take imagine you're just taking a very small portion of it. If think about like note taking, you can note 100 things, you can draw 100 things, but you only want to draw maybe like the 1 or 2 most important things from your chart if you're drawing it by hand. Breakdown on DXY. Let's see what I got going on there. Is the DXY for mentorship, or is that free stuff? Am I allowed to do a breakdown of the DXY? Okay. Well, now that this is done with, I'm actually going to clear my charts because it's a new week. This is what I do at the end of the week. Now that everyone, I was just saving this just for you guys, but at the end of the week, I clear my charts to get a fresh canvas. Okay. DX5 free stuff because ICT refers to it a lot in the free teaching as well. All right, that's fine. Just want to make sure. Okay. So let's see here. DXY. Yeah, I'm basically just, it's the same. It's kind of similar. I mean, we got pre-election stuff going on. DXY is in a range accumulating. We just kind of broke out of it a little bit. Yeah, but I'm bullish on it as well. Oh yeah, Shaquille, I'm gonna drop the time zones or the time settings in the Telegram group. And like I'm gonna drop a bunch of the stuff in one big message and I'm gonna pin it in a Telegram group after the call. So when I do that, please let me know if I forget any questions. Not sure if I'm going. Okay. Corpus Forte. When we get out of the consolidation range expansion on the daily, we anticipate the target like we had in July, and it's easier, at least for me. How do you trade in consolidations and ranging markets? How's it different from expansion trading? The only thing you got to do in ranging markets is don't expect a breakout. Don't expect some crazy bull or bearish run outside of the accumulation. Just set your TPs at either the low or the high of the range. Yeah, exactly. Just trade the range, and if price happens to break out of the accumulation for the big move and you miss it, well, no big deal, because now you're probably shifting from a ranging market into an expansion trading market. So the next day, you'll be able to be like, all right, now I'm out of the accumulation. Let's look for a trade that fits the profile of expansion. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on it as well. Really not much. Let's see what this black line is here. I had like a monthly ICT order block. I didn't use the wick in this case because it just fit better. But, if I moved it up, it's not as, there it is. You'll see it hit right here. Oh, look at that. Went right down, took the liquidity below, and then respected the order block, the ICT order block. Sure. Let me move back. Oh, you're welcome, Corpus. I'm glad I was able to explain that in a good way. I was trying my best there. Yeah, these are the settings for OTE. And if you can't see it, let me know. Yeah, and this is my watch list. I use futures. I'm not going to dive into that because that's like a whole lesson in itself, and it's mentorship material. But you can have fun with that if you want to check it out. Yeah, and that's basically it, guys. And did you guys have any more questions for me? Let's see, Zachary Martin. I probably missed it, but what kind of trader are you, and what time frame do you enter in? And yeah, I'll jump in then as after I answer this. I'm more of like a short-term intraday trader. I'm typically doing like 24 to 48 hour holds. I don't hold over the weekend. So yeah, that's kind of where I sit. I don't think I fit the profile of like swinging for like a month or two. I haven't tried it yet though, to be honest. So maybe that's something to explore later, because you never know. You might discover that you got some other type of trading style you want. Do you have a percent goal? So you stop when you reach those goals. That's a good question. Yeah, you gotta have your goals set. And yes, I do stop, but I don't stop analyzing. I do demo and paper trading when I reach those goals, because you don't want to give your profits back, and the market's going to do what it can to take it back. NASDAQ. Okay, let's see what I had going on here. So with NASDAQ, the kill zones are a little bit different. They don't really apply too much. I mean, they do. That it's just like they're just a little bit different. They're not the same as Forex. So I wouldn't do that. Let's see. So with NASDAQ, let's go on the daily. I mean, I don't trade NASDAQ too often. I've just been looking at it. So I'm not like a pro on it. My pairs are EU, GU. But what I can say is that NASDAQ does respect everything that we learn in the ICT mentorship. Do you have a public group or Tele or Discord? No, I just have Instagram. I have a lot going on, and I just don't think that I can handle a group. I just think that I won't be as active in there. I won't be like active, or maybe I'll just take forever to get to DMs and stuff like that. So I don't have any public groups or anything like that. No, not yet, Jack. It's the goals. I'm still a trader in development. I really, really wish that I started journaling from the beginning of my career. So, because literally once I started journaling, I started feeling like everything started making sense. So I feel like I'm not there yet, but it's still in the works. I kind of, please remember that journal peak. Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can. All right, yeah. Please remember that journal peak is very important, the big challenge. Okay, I got you. Okay, let me just note these down. Don't forget. Kill sometimes. Journal peak, kills sometimes, journal peak. Let's see, how long did you say I just got charter membership about a month ago. So I've been with him for about half of my trading career. And let me remind you, things that I learned in month 4, I thought I had it down, but things kept on clicking. Even once I got to month 12 and even in charter, things that I didn't fully understand that are so basic, all of a sudden, or you can just make so much sense to you. Yeah, it's really useful. Definitely worth it, guys. Trade intraday. So I basically wake up at 4 a.m. because New York open, and I'm fortunate, Corpus. I'm fortunate enough to have a job where I'm allowed to work from home. I do SEO, which is search engine optimization, and I just basically work from home, man. So I wake up at 4 a.m. I do my thing, do my trading, and then around 8 a.m., 9 a.m., I just close my charts and I open up my work windows, and I literally don't have to, I can watch my trades while I'm doing my day job. So it's a pretty lucky place to be, I gotta say, to have a job that allows me to trade so easily. It's pretty blessed. I'm pretty blessed to have that. I'm very grateful. What was your major flaws? Jack Wilson asked, what was your major flaws you was able to correct, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, absolutely. Major flaws. Patience. That's a big one. I was able to correct that by literally journaling, man. The answer to that is journaling, because you're not going to be able to correct your flaws because they're habitual. These things are in your subconscious mind. Your reactions to the world is in your mind. So literally, journaling is the one tool that's going to help you correct these things, because it's the only way that's going to break the habit. Literally, it's eventually you're gonna get that stimuli from the chart that's going to tell you to do your major flaw. But because you journaled and you've been working on it, the reaction is going to be different. The natural, the subconscious reaction is going to be different. Your subconscious isn't going to do the same flaw. It's going to second guess itself because you've been working on it. You've been looking into your mind, Facebook ads, nice. Yeah, I was doing that for a little bit in the beginning when I got hired here. I'm a DJ and coronavirus take my job. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. That's God. can't wait for this thing to be over. And I hope that, I'm sorry you lost your job, but I hope that you're safe and you got you're doing all right. And aside from the financial side, I hope you're doing good in other sides of your life there. Do you guys have any other questions? Best piece of advice to give a new trader? Okay, let's see. Just one. What best piece of advice to give a new trader? Take it slow. I would say take it slow. Keep your expectations low and take it slow, guys. Because I remember when I first started, I was like balls to the wall, like I'm gonna make so much money. I was just like, I went ham when I first started, and then I just got my ass handed. So take it slow, guys. You don't want to do that to yourself. Let's see. We got Xanon asked, how do you deal with next week volatility? Xanon, honestly, the way I'm going to deal with it personally is just trade demo and study. I'm not going to trade the volatility. I'm good. So I've never traded an election week before, so I'm not familiar. I mean, I did back test some election years, but that's not really, to me personally, that's not enough. Nothing beats a live experience. So, because to me personally, when the live experience, you're able to get all the top-down experience and all the correlation experience that you can't really get in a backtest scenario. So is it stressful for you to trade? Let's say in the beginning, and how did you manage this? This one, this one's nice because yes, it is stressful. It was stressful for me to trade, but here's how you battle that. You basically just have to, if what you're risking is stressing you the fuck out, then you got to lower your risk. It's all risk related. If you're risking money that you're not okay with losing, then you're going to be very, very stressed out about it. That's kind of just how it goes. And another thing with the whole stress, it could be fear related. And I really like to talk about fear because fear is something that just takes a grip of us and just controls our mind and makes us do things that we don't intentionally mean to do. But the interesting thing about fear is that it's 100% relative to the person. And by what I mean from that is you don't see me throwing my body off a giant snowboarding jump and doing backflips and stuff. To me, that risk is insane. I would never do that. But to a professional, that risk is probably really, really low. To them, hey, I'll throw backflips all day. This is easy for me. The difference is that professional worked his ass off to get to the point where double backflips is like cake. Risk is always relative. If you get so good at your chart analysis to the point where dude, you're just a beast. Your fear is going to go down so low to you risking $1 million is going to be nothing. It's just it's all relative. Eventually, over time, that fear and that stress is just going to get smaller, smaller, and smaller. You just got to submit to the process, be patient, don't expect too much, and just keep going. Let me see here. The journal steps. Anthony, would you mind just going through the recording, please? What's up, Xanon?
What?
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I'm not using the software effects. I'm using the Forex Tester 4. They're pretty much the same. I'd say I don't really know the specific differences other than the pricing. Software effects is more affordable. Forex Tester 4 is a little more expensive. Believe in the risk management. It's the holy grail, at least for me personally. Yep, it's the only way. And then letting the deal play out so your losses outweigh your, so your winners outweigh your losses. No indicator. I'm very afraid to enter below a low and above a high UK total soups. Yep. That's why it's designed that way. So yeah, just dude, open up that demo and just when you're afraid, take it on the demo. Just take it on the demo.
Yeah, I'm
Just do that.
taking them on demo.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, eventually you're gonna have those clicky moments, and you're still in the beginning of the mentorship. You have no idea what you're in for, and there's so much more, so much more.
Yeah, I'm
You're
so
afraid
much,
now?
so much excited.
Yeah. Let's see. If you don't mind, can you briefly go back to your approach on the data sim? Yeah, that one's easy. I can go back to that one. Apologize, Anthony, about the steps. It's just a whole 12-step thing. So I just feel like it'd be better for the group to just like, maybe look at that on your own over there. But here is the sim data analysis, the steps for that. Jack Wilson, do you always stick with one bias or are you comfortable trading against it? I do not stick with one bias. Well, excuse me, let me rephrase. I set my bias, yes, but then I also set a reason on the chart for me to change my bias. Did I skip Samuel? Sorry, bro. But yeah, I hope that answers your question there about the bias changing. I set my bias, but then I also have a reason to change my bias somewhere on the chart. Like if price reaches this place, then I'm going to expect it to continue or reverse or whatever. Yes, exactly that. You should not be trading live mentorship. Let me see what I missed. Did I skip you, Samuel? Sorry, buddy. Samuel Arthur, do you factor in weekly profiles? You don't have to mention them. Just wanted to know if it's important to your strategy. It's funny you mentioned that because I actually have been meaning to go back to that part of the mentorship. So I don't factor it in as much as I should, and I really want to. But the thing is, like, I already have so much in my trading plan. I don't really feel like I need to add more, So, but that's the thing. It's whatever your style, whatever strategies or whatever signatures that fits your personality. Or IZT gives us the power to basically create our own plan. So, but for me personally, I don't. But I look to simplify, Samuel. I look for the high of the week and the low of the week. Boom. That's it. So, and then I see if we're in accumulation or expansion. Then I'll leave it at that. Let me see. Bias, Corpus 14. What month mentorship? It clicked for you. Corpus. It didn't click for me until I started journaling, and that was like towards the end. So basically like charter. But that's what I'm saying. It might click for you way sooner if you dive into your journals. Dive into those journals, and I guarantee you, it's going to start clicking to you really fast. It's kind of one of those things where you got to put in the work to get the benefits. I can tell you to do all this stuff, but if you don't put in the work, you won't see it for yourself. Let's see. Same other practical profiles. Can you explain? Wait, is there a reason? Is that the reason where the bias? Wait, like don't show what was your biggest win streak? Okay, Java. My biggest win streak was when I did 200 to 2K in about a week. I was doing a stupid risk model. I was like risking 10 to 20%. And the only reason why it worked is because I was able to hit every trade until I hit 2K and I took a 20% loss. And I was like, fuck. And that's, yeah. So I don't recommend it. But, it's part of the journey, right? We do stupid stuff. We learn from it. We grow from it. But yeah, that was kind of the biggest win streak. I learned there that risk management, what I should have done once I hit 2K is I should have thrown in my risk management now and started risking with risk management and grown that 2K to, 5K or 10K or whatever. I should have dialed back my risk as my account grew. My percentage risk as my account grew is what I should have done. It clicked for me in the month of July when he did those daily videos and the series on YouTube. Man, yeah, he's been going putting out some really good content on YouTube. The end of these past few months during the coronavirus here for us. See, when you did daily videos and series on YouTube, now I'm grinding. And for the last month, I'm profitable on my demo account for the first time. Congratulations. Oh, that's big, bro. So with the demo thing, keep at it until you're having like profitable months consistently. Don't stop the demo until you're seeing profitable months just nonstop. Like I remember when I was in the demo stuff, it took me about 6 months of demo trading every day, like I was trading a live account before I started to see a consistent profitability. Yeah, and then that's when I started switching to the funds. Exactly, never stop demo. I see to lose a lot of good free content on YouTube on that base. Is it worth to join the mentorship? 100% is worth to join the mentorship, Kevin. I mean, do you get yeah, you get the amount of value. I can't even like put words on it, but yes, it is crazy the stuff he talks with us. You actually get the whole mentorship, like a real mentorship. He talks to us weekly, bi-weekly. And that's where you get the whole psychological development from the man himself, is through the mentorship. So yeah, I very much recommend joining. And I viewed it like, what, it's an investment in myself. Once I'm done paying, you're done paying, and you're there in the group for life. So what's the harm in that, let's see, my monthly target. I honestly don't really have a monthly target. Yeah. Though I should probably put some targets together, but I just base it off. I just take it week by week, honestly. Yeah, keep refining the plan. Did you find ACT's mentorship overwhelming at first? Oh yes. When did it exactly click for you? Yeah, I definitely found the mentorship to be very overwhelming at first. That's why I'm meaning to go back into the mentorship again, like a second time. What I mean by that's not repaying. I mean by like just going through the materials again, because it's kind of like the concept of when you watch a movie the first time, you don't really pick up on everything, but then like you watch it a second time and then you're like, wow, I didn't notice this. Wow, I didn't notice that. That's kind of what happens when you rewatch the mentorship material, because as a newbie on the very beginning, you're understanding the concepts and you're focused more on understanding what the hell he's talking about versus just taking in, understanding everything and being able to read it yourself. When I joined his mentorship, yes, I haven't seen any of his free content, guys. I've seen like maybe half of the Forexmas series. The mentorship has so much content. So there's that. Do you plan on going through weekly commentaries again? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, definitely. So, yeah. Any more questions, guys? May I ask what the price of it? Yeah, of course. I think it was like $155 a month for a year, and then it's one more payment at the end to make yourself charter, which is the same price, and then you're done forever. So, yeah, it's kind of like you pay for a year, and then you're done, and you're in.
Que raspagem? Não tá, Asfera.
I'm sorry, Xanon. Can you please mute, brother?
Sorry, bro. Sorry,
No worries, no worries. Obrigado. Let's see. Wow, that is affordable. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. It's super affordable and it's insane. Was there any special requirements to get in the membership? Nope, no special requirements. Other than I would say make sure you're committed, make sure you were going to put in the time, those kinds of requirements, just your own. Make sure you don't join the mentorship, and because if you quit, it makes you start over. So you don't really want to join the mentorship if you plan on falling out in the middle of it or anything like that. He's understandable to life situations though. So if something happens in life, you just email him and he won't punish you for that. If someone is consistently profitable at trading, will you advise the person to drop out of school? I will never advise someone to drop out of school. That is not. I would never advise that. School is valuable. Um, I know there's a lot of opinions on it, but honestly, I'm just a fan of learning. For me, once I become full-time trader, I might go back to school just to learn. Maybe who knows? The whole point of me trading is I want freedom. I want the ability to do things in my life that I'm passionate about. So, thank God I'm passionate about trading. So there's that, and then everything else is just constellation. Let's see, the last sign in is in December, and probably the last one. Yep, I mean, I'm kind of questionable about if it's the last one, Corpus, because I wonder if he's gonna pull what all social media mentors do, which is they're like, oh, last time to fill these seats, guys, sign up now. And then you sign up, and then like a month later, they're like, oh, we're going to reopen mentorship again because XYZ. Like, I don't know. He could be marketing. Who knows? He has been telling us that he's going to finish his mentorship by 2021. So if he's serious about that, then it could be the last one. Yeah. Right. So who knows? Like, yeah, true indicator guy. I just know that he's very passionate about teaching. He loves teaching. So if you're to put your passions away is pretty hard. So who knows? Maybe he'll stop doing hardcore mentorship style stuff. Maybe he'll switch over to something else, like you said. Like maybe he'll be writing books, like he is, or who knows? But there's just years and years and years of content to go through and study in there, and then all you got to worry about is time and submitting to the process and practicing. Oh my gosh, me too. Let's see, journal peak. Hey, Anthony, you still here, bro? I'm going to slowly go through these here for you if you're still here. Do you guys have an idea what percent he can make in a month? He can make thousands of percents in 1 month, Java. Thousands.
Like when there was that challenge with WWA trading, he flipped that $100,000 account to 1 million in 3 days.
Peace, Vince. Yeah, no, totally. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, did it happen in the challenge? No, I wish these challenges were happening. I don't even know what's gonna happen with that options girl or whatever. But hey, Anthony, I'm gonna be talking to people. I'm gonna be talking to chat, but I'm gonna be scrolling through here so you can take a look. Or did you want? Let me know if you have any questions of the steps, okay? Did it have? Yeah, he showed it. ICT knows so much that we don't even know about. So yeah, I'm just happy that with what he's given, and I'm grateful for, just everything that he's done for us. I mean, it's crazy to think that like a mentor in this industry is so sought after, Yeah, I never liked Sean Lee anyways. So I guess. Next, sorry. All right, I'm just going through these slides for Anthony again, guys, just to let you know. Use language like I've seen these things happen myself. This is all in the recording as well, so towards the beginning, the first 30 minutes. Thanks, Itis. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Good luck to you too. Yeah, he is. He can't, no. To de-stress, man. So Uncle Oka, during usually I do yoga, believe it or not. But given the coronavirus, de-stressing has been the most difficult fucking thing ever for me, honestly. So it's kind of hard to say. I basically just get off the charts and just relax. I just turn off technology. Yeah, meditation's a great one. I definitely. I do like to do meditations. I should do it more though. I know it's very beneficial because I when I was doing yoga consistently. You know, it's a type of meditation. So it's like I remember when I was doing yoga combined with trading, it was like I had my trading day, and then at the end of the day, I would do my yoga. It was hot yoga, by the way, so it was like 100 degrees in there and high humidity. So I just get this crazy sweat on and this nice meditation, and I'd leave that building feeling like just a brand new person. Like I could have lost that day. I could have had a shitty trading day, whatever. But that yoga session at the end of the day really just was like a nice mental reset. And so it's anything like that. For me, it was yoga. For you, it might be something else. I'm going to turn 27 in like a week here, guys. I'm 26. My birthday's on the 14th. When do I plan? Well, I plan to go full time when I have like 500K in the bank. Yeah. Something like that. Some stupid amount of money saved. Do you use a meditation app? No, I don't. I just put on things called binaural beats. It's basically it's like in the frequency of like Om. It's like positive frequency music. It's kind of, yeah, it's just like this meditation type stuff. Yeah, Headspace is great. Yeah, Headspace is great if you can't do it on your own, because I've had some experience with meditation and I've practiced and I've had guidance and like I can do it on my own. But if you need someone to sit there with you and guide you, then yeah, Headspace is a great app to use. Jack, my FTMO, unfortunately, I failed the second phase, my friend. So that's when I dove back into my sim analysis and refined my trading plan and used my journal, because I journaled every single trade I took on the FTMO. And yeah, now I'm preparing to retake the challenge again with my newfound understanding. Exactly, minor setback. There's only lessons, bro. So that's just how it goes. Let's see. Nice. Good luck. No, it was in the FTMO challenge that I learned that the reason why I didn't pass was because I didn't hold my trades. There were so many trades during that challenge that all I had to do was hold, and I would have passed it like months ago. So through my journaling, I learned that about myself. So like now when I retake that challenge, I know what I got to do, kind of thing. Ryan Holmes, transcendental meditation. What is that? Sounds nice. You might do use YouTube, like no social media. Yeah. Wait, what's TM? Oh, okay, I see. Got it. I did that once with the person. I think that's where I learned. That's probably where I learned, because I did actually have like a out of body experience once through meditation, and I don't know. I was kind of like I didn't know what I was expecting, like, but I just kept an open mind and tried something out, and yeah. So, any more questions, guys and gals? Because if not, okay. So we got Jefferson Rivas. What was the most difficult stuff to understand of trading SD content? probably understanding. Oof. Oh, I think I know. Let me think about this one for a sec here. For understanding, the most difficult thing for understanding for me was to switch my bias. Yep. Learning when to switch your bias or when to close a trade was one of the most difficult things for me to understand. Yeah, and putting everything together, of course. That's just just takes time and experience.
And also choosing like few, like there are so many setups, like so many models to trade, and I'm always confused which one I should choose.
Wait, say that again, Vito?
Like I'm always confused which model to choose, like for my trading plan, and I am mixing everything together. Like there are so
Yeah,
many
yeah,
models he is teaching, so
exactly.
we don't need to know everything. We just need to refine one setup, and we are set.
Yep, that's literally it. Yeah, you just find something within that all that information, like, and simplify it to one model that you can use. Because the thing is, like, you'll find out your model through sim data analysis most likely, because you're going to be constantly adding and deleting rules when you're doing it. So you'll figure out what it is. Would you say your mindset is mainly price? Wait, would you say your mindset is mainly price is moving this way on Sunday? What could be pulling it there? Which is how you notice various things. You're reversing at the bear show. I don't quite understand the question, Samuel. What do you mean by, like, is my mindset this? Like how I view price? Be pulling it there. So, which is how you notice various things. Yeah, basically, my mindset is like, no, well, to make it even simpler, it's where is the liquidity and how is price going to get there? Boom. And keeping in mind, depending on the time frame you're on, like, because if you're on the daily time frame and you're looking for daily liquidity, it could take days, it could take weeks. If you're on the 15-minute, it could take an hour, it could take 3 hours. So you gotta stay and keep in mind on the time frame to keep your expectations in line. OSOC, that's a pretty dope one. I don't know it like the back of my hand, but I know the setup. Yeah, the thing that I'll check it out and see what they say. You always got to read the fine print. So a lot of the times they have some type of restriction that just really turns me off. So I'll just have to check it out. The reason why I like FTMO because they let me hold overnight. A lot of these prop firms don't even let you hold overnight. So you can't even like hold a trade for 24 hours, which to me, I was like, I can't even finance my losses if I can't hold a trade for 24 hours. How do I identify areas of liquidity? Well, that stuff you learn through the mentorship. But yes, that is one example of liquidity, the equal highs and equal lows. I'm not really sure what he went over in the free material, but yeah, that's.
He went in like invent series. He state what to look for: old highs, old lows, equal highs, equal lows.
Okay. And yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah. Because if you remember, which month? I don't know. I honestly cannot remember off the back of my head, off the back of my hand here. What are the restrictions for FTMO? Corpus? Or Went series, guys. What is the restrictions? I read some of the fine print that started emailing. They're letting you hold trades overnight and over weekend, but the exposure is less. That FTMO. That's pretty cool. But what do you mean by exposure? Like you're talking about like risk, exposure to risk? Uh, 0.5 lots per day on a 10K maximum. Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you throw a lot, 10 pips is already like 10%. No, excuse me. Let's see. Or they close your account. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's pretty understandable. With, see, $5 a pip, you can do some damage with that. Yeah, with FTMO, they don't really cap how many lots you can use. Obviously, you have your margin, but oh, bye, Dad. That was my dad, everybody. I love you too, Dad. All right. So yeah, with FTMO, like the risk, the exposure is really up to you. With the $50,000 account, I do 5 lots, but I'm also, my stop losses are also like 10 pips or 15 pips depending on the pair. So I'm keeping my risk to under 1%. It's 0.5% on 50K, $500 a trade. That's kind of how I do it there. But you have, on FTMO, you have the power to, like, I'm gonna do 10 lots now. They don't care, because if you fuck up on the risk management, they're just gonna take your money. That's why they don't. But like, so if you think about it, it's really just about being disciplined. So it's the same for, no matter if you go to FTMO, you go to this people, you go to these people. It's always gonna be just like, are you disciplined? If you're a disciplined trader and you're consistent, you're gonna do well in these funding platforms, at least in my opinion. It's kind of crazy. Like, if you do more than 5 lots per day, they just close your account. To me, that's a little scary, because do they mean in one trade, or do they mean like over a series of trades? Like, what if I did, 0.1 here, 0.1 there, 0.6 here, or something, or I'm sorry, 0.4 here? That adds up to more than 0.5 lots. What if that just closed my account? And I'd be pretty upset. Oh my gosh, Jack. It was so many. It was too many. Oh dang, I should have went over that. Maybe later we can do a webinar where I dive into the FTMO stuff. But like, I took like 100 trades to pass the first one. I was trading way too much, man. It's because like I said, like, through that experience, I learned that I just had to hold my trades. Like, in this industry, less is for sure more. So I don't need to be taking 100 trades. I'm taking like 100 trades and passing. My friend over here is taking 4 trades and he's passing in 1 week, So it's literally like, less is more. You want to hold those trades. It's different for everybody. It's like, some people might be able to just be like a hyper scalper type, and some people might be able to do those holds. But like, what I learned just from the experience is, yeah, the less is more for sure. Like, I didn't need to take 100 trades. I just stayed break even for the majority of those 100 trades. If I just held my winning trade, let me tell you this. As soon as I learned I had to hold my winning trades, dude, I passed the challenge. Like, literally, I passed the first phase. So less is more. Yeah, you have to adapt. Yeah, Jack, no, same. FTMO definitely affected my mindset a lot as well. That's why I preach like practicing it. It kind of helps you mold into a little bit more of a disciplined trader. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool. I mean, I looked at this is kind of the nerd part of me, but I looked at what FTMO is like registered under, like in terms of like a business, and they're registered under entertainment and education. They're not registered under like a broker service or like some type of financial service. So that means in the eyes of the government, they're seen as an educational and an entertainment entity. So if you think about it, FTMO actually, from that experience, taught you how to be a little more disciplined, like you're mentioning here right now, with your risk management. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Because I was looking into like, who's the broker for FTMO, blah, 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 blah. And then like, I just went down some rabbit hole. and found out some of that information about him. Any more questions, guys? And what points in real life for trading? That's a good question. Xanon asked, what points in my life did it make me a better person? Let's see. For one, it definitely made me more disciplined as a person. It made me understand that how you act in your real life directly translates into your results, into your trading. So mainly it just comes down with discipline all around. It definitely helped me increase my discipline. It helped me understand, the value of hard work, and it also made me understand. It helped me grow my patience with just situations in general, and it also helped me with dealing with challenges. Whenever I'm faced with a challenge, I am now the type of person who will just try to face it even though I'm uncomfortable. For example, today with this talk, I was very, very nervous, everyone. I was really nervous about it because I'm not much of a public speaker. So this was me stepping out of my comfort zone for sure. Exo Shear, final question for me. Do mentorship / charter members get to interact with each other? Charter members do in the forum, yes, at the very end. And you have to basically earn your way in there because he tries to keep it the value there. He tries to keep the value there. So he doesn't want any newbies in the forums and all that stuff. He wants the newbies to be on that journey on their own because that's the most important part. You're the trader, not the group. So what's the structure of your journal? You take notes? All right, you know what? I can show you guys actually right now. I got some for you here. Okay, check this out. So I got a couple. I've been playing with it. I got some videos where I just recorded the price action that don't show me your indicators did. So I do just a little bit of that, but it didn't really stick with me. What really stuck with me was doing this. Every month, I organize it like this. I go into the month, and I do it by pair, and then I do every single time frame, and every single thing I use to take with a trade. Like this trade was with GU, so I made sure I marked up I included the DXY, I included the Euro GBP, and my pair, and then I go into my personal journal, I go into the paper journal, and that's where I do the whole personal development stuff, and all of the note taking goes in the paper side of it. I just take the screenshots to refer back. In my paper journal, I'll be refer to screenshots taken on, write the date, September 27th or something like that, and I'll just I'll have it saved somewhere so I can look at where my mindset was at that day in my paper journal, and then I can see the actual price action saved on my computer. Thank you, SG. Appreciate it, man. You're a beast. I strive to study as hard as you, bro. Thank you, Exoshare. I appreciate that. Seriously, man. That means a lot to me. Of course. It brings me great pleasure to share. I love to do these things. So that's kind of how I do the journaling. I'm going to send a screenshot of the paper journal in the follow-up message. I just have to do some editing to it and all that stuff, so you don't see the juice of my mind. Hell yeah, Mr. Churrascos. Pô, eu vou aqui no fogo do chão, Zeno. Fogo do chão. We got that. That's all we got. Mas também eu vou construir um churrasco aqui com meu pai, um churrasco brasileiro. Yeah, of course. No problem, Jack. you know, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm here. I'm in the group too. How do you use your journal? So Corpus, refer back to the 12 steps that I provided earlier. But I basically, I go back at the end of the weekend and I'll read it like a book every weekend. Here, I'll refer back to the step right now. Here, step 7. Spend an hour a week and refer back to the journal, preferably over the weekend when the markets are closed. How do you use your journal? Yeah, so that's basically right there. And just realize that your journal is going to be the best trading book that you will ever read. Because yourself. You know, Mark Douglas doesn't know your mind. You know your mind. So it's pretty important to do this thing here. Yeah, you guys any more questions, guys? If not, I would like to conclude and wrap this thing up. And just know that I'm always available. Oh, you all right? Fine. You know what? Let me see here. I got you. There they are, my friend. I got you. Sorry, I was just getting a little overwhelmed with a little of the questions, so I was doing my best, Shaquille. But I'll still follow up in the Telegram group, like I said I would. Did everybody get the time zones? Just let me know when I can pull it away.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, anytime. All right, guys. Nice. That's fucking cool, dude. Why do you use London time? I thought this was New York time. This is New York time. Look. I'm like, wait a second. Have I been wrong this whole time? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'd be really interested, guys. Let me know how the journaling and the sim data analysis goes. I would really love to hear your experiences with it and if it really helped you, because I know it really helped me, and you just got to put in that work. Of course, Kasim. No problem, man. You're very welcome. Now, I hope you guys don't mind. It would be cool with you guys if we start wrapping this up, because I'm starting to get to like lunchtime, and I'm very hungry.
Thank you so much.
What futures will you trade next year? That's a good question, and not sure yet. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, I found that out like the other day, and I was like, this is nice. I like it. All right, can we let's wrap this up, indicator? Do you have like some kind of close, or
Yes.
how do we do this since we're still learning how to do the show here?
No, I am also new to this, so that's how it is.
I guess this is where I do the conclusion, and I'm like, hey guys, well, thank you very much for joining the show. I really hope that you guys found value, because that was my main goal. I was trying to provide as much value as I could without stepping over any boundaries. I really hope that I was able to do that. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me I would prefer you guys reach out to me on Instagram. because I have my notifications on, but for Telegram, I keep them turned off. So, but I will get to you eventually if you do happen to send a message to me on Telegram. Just know that if I take a while, it's because I don't see it or it's because I'm busy. Oh yeah, of course, guys. Everyone, you're very welcome. I'm so happy to hear you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, just I'm in the group, so let me know if you guys have any questions.
Thank you so much for joining this show and coming to share these values with us. We appreciate it so much.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's truly been a nice experience.
Muito obrigado, Lucas.
De nada. De nada, outro brasileiro.
Não, português.
Ah, português, do Portugal?
Yeah.
That's dope. Nunca...
Valeu,
Obrigado.
Lucas.
I'll see you next week, guys.
All right. See you guys
Cheers,
next
man.
week.
Thank you.
Cheers.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye, guys. I'm gonna go eat some food now.
Thank you for joining.
If I lag on that follow-up message, don't worry. I'm gonna get it to you guys. I may not get it to you guys right after the meeting, but I'll make sure to get it to you by end of day.
Thank you, Lucas.
All right. Good luck and good trading, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.